Hi! This video is again all about the slope of a line, okay? Wherein our objective is for you to find the slope of a line given 2 points. So this video is related to our previous topic yesterday, okay? So let us have a recall. How will you find the slope of a line given the graph? Correct. You are going to use rise over run. And then, you are going to, you are going to reduce your answer to lowest term. So again, you are going to count the number of changes from the y-axis. Okay? And then, after counting, you have to count also the number of changes in x. Okay? So, in x-axis. So, that is run. So, that's why you have rise over run. Okay? And then, we have this one. So, for our preliminaries, let us have again the slope of a line. So, is it possible to find the slope of a line given 2 points? Okay. Yes. How about the method? Okay. So, how are we going to determine it? Okay. So, how are we going to determine if you are not given the graph but you are just given the 2 points. Okay? So, let us have this one. Okay? So, you are going to show or illustrate the steepness of a line containing the 2 given points. Okay? So, we have here negative 2, 3 and negative 4, 6. 1 and negative 4. And the other point is negative 1, negative 4. And then, we have 3, 3 and 0, 0. Okay, so I have prepared here a Cartesian plane. Okay, so we are going to plot the 2 points. So we are given negative 2, 3. So in what quadrant are you going to plot negative 2, 3? Correct. You are going to plot this in quadrant 2. Okay, how about, okay, so let us plot first the point negative 2, 3. So, you are going to look first for the value of x, which is negative 2. And then, the value of your y is 3. So, you will have here negative 2, 3. Okay? So, I hope you have remembered how you are going to plot points. Next, we have negative 4, 6. In what quadrant are you going to plot this? Yes, that is also on the second quadrant. So, you look for the value of x, which is negative 4. Then, the value of y is 6. So, we have here negative 4, 6. And then, we are going to connect the 2 points. Okay? So, from the line you have made, what is the slope? Okay? So let us check. We have here to use rise over run since we are given the graph. So, we have here 1, 2, 3. So, we have our rise is 3 over 1, 2. So, we have our run is 2. But since our graph or the line is decreasing from left to right, so our slope here is negative 3 over 2. Okay, so I hope you still remember this regarding our video yesterday. Next, let us have 1, negative 4 and negative 1, negative 4. So, in what quadrant are you going to plot 1, negative 4? Correct. That is in the fourth quadrant. So, we have to look for the value of x, 1, and the value of y is negative 4. The point of intersection is in this place. And then, how about negative 1, negative 4? In what quadrant are you going to plot this? Correct. It is in the third quadrant. So, look for the value of x, negative 1. Then, the value of y is negative 4. The point of intersection is this one. So, connect the point. Okay? So, from the line that you have made, what is the slope? Okay. So, we have here, our rise is 0 over our run is, yes, we have 1, 2. But, you have to take note that 0 divided by 2 is, okay, 0. And also, you have to recall that in our first topic about the slope, we have there the slope dude, video about slope dude, wherein the horizontal line is having the slope which is 0. Okay, so you have to remember that. Next, let's have the last one. We have 3, 3, and 0, 0. So in what quadrant are you going to plot 3, 3? Correct, that is in quadrant 1. So x is equal to 3, and then y is equal to 3. So we have here 3, 3. Next, how about 0, 0? Yes, that is in the origin, correct. And then connect the points again. So again, from the line that you have made, what is the slope? Okay, so let us check. We have here 1, 2, 3 is the value of our rise rather. And then we have 1, 2, 3. So we have here run is 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. And since our graph is increasing from left to right, so that's why our slope is positive. So positive 1. Okay, so to proceed, so can you think of another way in finding the slope even without the graph? Okay, so we have this question. So who can give the formula in finding the slope if the points are given? Okay, so do you have any idea? Since you don't have your idea, so let us solve this. The line contains the fixed point x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2, which is any other point on the line. So we are going to let m represent the slope of the line. Then, m is equal to, if you are given the graph, change in y divided by the change in x. Or, like what we have done earlier, rise over run. And then, you are going to use the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is also the same as y sub 1 minus y sub 2 divided by x sub 1 minus x sub 2. That is, you have to take note that your x sub 2 is not equal to x sub 1, so that it will not result to undefined. Okay? So, here is another way of finding the slope of a line. Okay? So, usually, in different books or in some other books, this formula was used for you to easily find the slope of a line. But they are the same. So, as you have noticed, in this first formula, we are given y sub 2 on the first term. And then on the x variable, on the x value, we have here x sub 2. So, you have to take note that the second value should come first. Okay? So, we have here y sub 1. So, that's why on the second one, on the denominator, you also have x sub 1 on the second term. Okay. So, let us use this one. Okay. So, we have again the slope formula is m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay. So, let's have this. Let's find the slope. So, again, the formula is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, you will just substitute. So, since we have here 2, 1, so this will serve as our x sub 1, y sub 1. And then, our second point will be x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay? And then, you will have to replace these terms with the equivalent value. So, our y sub 2 here is 2 minus our y sub 1 here is 1 all over or divided by our x sub 2 is 4 minus, so we have here minus, our x sub 1 is 2. Okay? And then you will have here 2 minus 1 is 1 all over 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay? So that's why our slope here is 1/2 or 1 over 2. Okay? Next, let us have the second example. We have 2, negative 2, and 7, 4. Again, you have to memorize the formula, and then you are going to substitute. Okay? So again, our y sub 2 here. So again, we have your x sub 1, y sub 1. And then we have your x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay? So our y sub 2 is 4 minus y sub 1 natin is negative 2. So this time, we have to enclose negative 2 in parentheses because this minus sign here comes from the formula. Okay? So we have here, our x sub 2 is 7 minus our x sub 1 is 2. And then we are going to distribute first our negative sign here or minus sign here. So you will obtain 4. So negative times negative 2 will become positive 2 or is equal to positive 2. All over 7 minus 2 is 5. And then we have here 4 plus 2 is 6 over 5. Okay? So since 6 and 5 have no common factors, so this will be the value of our slope. Okay? Any question? Okay, let's have the last example. We have negative 3, 7, and 1, negative 2. So again, so let's see if you can follow even without writing here x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So we have y sub 2 is correct. We have here negative 2 minus our y sub 1 is 7 all over our x sub 2 is 1. Then our x sub 1 is negative 3. But again, since we have here minus sign, so we have here minus negative 3. And then we have here negative 2 and negative 7 when we combine. Yes, it is negative 9. All over, you have to distribute this. So we have here 1. Then negative times negative 3 is positive 3. Then we have negative 9 here. All over 1 plus 3 is 4. And since again, you have or negative 9 and 4 have no common factor, so we may have this as our final answer. Because in junior mathematics, since you are now in junior high school, improper fractions are also accepted. Okay? So any question about how you are going to find the slope given only the 2 points? Okay? So again, we have to use this formula. So I have shown you this slide before or earlier. So you have to memorize the formula in finding the slope of a line using m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay? So I have here 5 questions. You have to practice this. Okay? Just practice so that on our next quiz or next activity, you can answer the Google Forms accurately. Okay? So we have to find the slope of a line passing through the given pair of points. Okay? So again, practice, practice, practice. Because I believe in the saying that practice makes perfect. Okay? So that's all for this day. So thank you and God bless.